Why hello there everybody, welcome back to another Leah B art video. Thought I'd do something a little bit different for you this week. Got a bit of a, would you say, a speed draw slash speed paint. Sorry for no video last week, I was away on holiday, so hopefully this makes up for it this week. If not, I'm planning on uploading about 2 videos a week for the foreseeable, if I can think of that much content, but fingers crossed I can. So this is something that I just sketched out by hand on a piece of paper before I went away. I did have a reference image that I was kind of basing it off of, which you'll see later in the video, and I did my own style on it, of course, and then just added the leaves and the roses behind. I'm using the old iPad Pro with the Apple Pencil and Procreate, which is one of my favourite programs to use. Tried to do a darker skinned lady, essentially painting a pretty lady. The box in the bottom left, that's the time lapse that's been exported out of Procreate. So if it looks a bit weird or it kind of doesn't sync up, it's because when I exported it, it was only 1.5 minutes long, and obviously this video is like 10 minutes, so trying to stretch like 1.5 minutes into 10 minutes, well, not quite 10 minutes, but even though my 2 recordings were like 2 hours in total, so yeah. On this that you can see now, I'm just laying down flat colours, which is how I start out all my digital paintings. Start with the sketch and then put the flat colours down. Not necessarily following the reference photo, which you can't see at the moment. Don't forget to colour the leaves. As you can see, the Procreate time lapse is a little bit behind now. It was slightly in front and now it's behind. Not sure if having it in the bottom right hand corner was useful at all. So obviously I filmed this at an angle and I thought maybe it would be good to see the actual piece of work as well as the process of me doing it. But as I said, the time lapse came out at like 1.5 minutes, and this is a good couple of hours, so it doesn't really give you an idea of the scope of, you know, what goes into these things really. It's like magic. Hey, it's done! Yeah, no, it's not. Oh yeah, I'm just recolouring the line work, line art, because I thought that would maybe help stop this from looking like such a hot mess. Maybe not. I'm not sure why I hate my artwork so much. I really wish I could like it. I love drawing, but just everything I produce is just poop. but then again I'm trying to force myself to practice so I can get better. And that's the point at which my camera died, just before I'd finished doing the line work, whatever. Now I'm moving on to shading, and as you can see I got my reference picture up to see where the shading needs to go. Procreate has overtaken us again, so it's slightly in front. Although I'm not sure if you'll be able to see, like, apart from when I mess up, when it, yeah. So I did all of this kind of like dark skin colour, type lady, and obviously cup of tea, and obviously I didn't have a palette to go off of. I just picked a colour out of thinner for medium, and then I sort of went off of the colour wheel to choose a more saturated dark and an unsaturated light colour, and I'm not sure if it quite worked out very well. So I kind of carry on with this for quite a while, and to be honest, looking back on it, I don't think it's actually that bad now. But once I'd finished it at the time, I completely hated it, and I was like, no, this is so rubbish. So I actually I didn't scrap it. No, that's the wrong word. I turned the layers off and I redid it, colour picking from the reference, so it turned into a white girl, because obviously that was what the reference is. Sorry, my dad keeps like moving my coasters in and out of the frame. Not sure if that's distracting or not. But yeah, so I'm just putting some highlights in now, and I think looking back on it, they look a bit harsh now, but obviously I was blending them out quite a bit, and at this point I was like, oh, my blender is just so So after I finished all this, I went on to find some blenders or specific brushes that people have made to blend, or smudge rather, in Procreate, and I found one lady who did some brushes, which I can't friggin' remember now off the top of my head. So I decided to use hers, and I kind of followed how she would do it on when I did the redraw, which is coming up after, no, not redraw, what am I on about? When I repainted the skin tone and all the rest of it. Yeah, so when I repainted it, I decided to do it her way of specifically picking colours off of the reference and then blending those together with her special brushes. But I'm not 100% sold on that either. And I think because essentially I've got this skin tone that I've done and all the shading, which I don't think it's that bad, to be honest. I think it just needs helping along in areas. I mean, if you've got any critiques, and I mean constructive, not just being an asshole. Yeah, if you've got any tips for me, then let me know in the comments, because obviously I've looked at this for so bloody long that I can't even see it really now. But yeah, I don't think it looks too bad on this one, and for some reason when I repainted it with a white skin tone. The nose looks way too small, yet here it doesn't look too bad, but I can always change that with liquify. So yeah, this is where I've taken this lady's specific way she paints, and I've dropped off of the image, and now I'm blending the edges of the different skin tones together, which it kind of looks okay, but when you take the line art off, everything kind of did get a bit lost, so obviously I had to add in different shadows and highlights and stuff, and I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do the eyes. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Comments always appreciated, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!